Hello. On this edition of the program, Light Rail is in the process of refurbishing its fleet of trains and a look at the Maryland State Fair, all right here.
MTA TV, the recipient of a 2015 Telly Award for Television Excellence.
As part of MTA's effort to improve the service it offers commuters, the agency recently held a dedication ribbon-cutting ceremony to announce increased commuter bus service and the opening of a new park and ride lot in Dunkirk, Maryland. MTA Commuter Connections was there.
Officials from the Maryland Transit Administration, the Calvert County Board of Commissioners, and the Calvert County State Delegation came together to announce increased commuter bus service to Calvert County and to celebrate the opening of the Dunkirk Park and Ride.
The old lot was actually a lot smaller than this, had maybe 150, 160 spots, was completely overcrowded. So it was very definitely utilized, but it was just very crowded. It didn't really have shelters, it didn't have adequate lighting, it didn't have any landscaping to it at all.
With more than double the capacity of the old lot, this new lot features improved lighting, electric vehicle charging stations, 2 designated shelters, and enhanced landscaping, making commuters eager to use the space.
Beautiful parking lot. It'd be nice to get some more parking lots in the area, but this is a really, really nice one. They did a very good job with it.
It's utilized a lot more than, honestly, that I expected it to be. I mean, it's at least 3/4 of the way full right now, and there's about 500 spaces here.
The commuter bus service, I think, is a wonderful service. The customers like it. We keep a lot of cars out of Washington, D.C. People get up as early as 3 o'clock in the morning to ride the service. And some of the trips are 2 hours long, but they really, really appreciate the service.
Not only did officials commemorate the new park and ride with a ribbon cutting, but they also announced how MTA will increase service to accommodate the demand of a growing population in southern Maryland.
With the addition of some new stops and the strategic location of others, including this Dunkirk Park and Ride, commuter bus lots are meeting the increased demand of our citizens.
This is the most rapidly growing place in the state of Maryland for commuter bus service. I know you've already had this in use for several months, but we're real happy to be here today to cut the ribbon on it. It represents a real commitment, I think, to the needs of the citizens down here and across the state of Maryland. It's not just D.C. and Baltimore that need mass transit, right? It's all of us.
As the MTA expands service, more commuters throughout the state will be able to use mass transit. For more information about the additions in service, go to www.mta.maryland.gov.
Just ahead, a look at the Maryland State Fair. That's next. Stay with us.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes. Yep, I did. Did you guys Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
There's so much to see and enjoy in Maryland. One of our state's most popular annual events is the Maryland State Fair. Individuals and families from all around the state and region converge on the state fairgrounds in Timonium for lots of excitement and fun, and for what many believe are the 11 best days of summer. Maryland State Fair Assistant General Manager Becky Brashear joins us with information on what we can expect to see at this year's event. Welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, the 11 best days of summer. I guess you would agree, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can't be any better.
Maryland State Fair, let's start with the dates. When is the fair this year?
August 28th through September 7th. We end on Labor Day Monday.
Labor Day Monday, and we hit the location, Timonium State Fairgrounds, which is conveniently located where, if somebody's watching us for the first time?
2200 York Road, and easy access to get to it, and great parking, so.
All right, good. All right, so for those who aren't familiar with the Maryland State Fair, give us an overview of exactly what it is.
Well, it certainly is Maryland's premier agricultural event and showcase. We are just proud to present the Maryland folks who come and bring their agricultural, whether it's livestock, cooking, canning, garden produce, those kinds of things, and exhibit at the fair. There's 22,000 competitive exhibits.
Wow.
So on the 108 acres, there's a lot to take in addition to the 7 days of thoroughbred racing at the grandstand.
Wow. So we got the racing, we've got the livestock, and then we've got what a lot of people are drawn to, the fair, the rides.
The midway.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And probably close to 50 pieces of equipment in for that. All the kinds of thrills and spills that you want to take on a carnival midway, and Degler Shows certainly does a great presentation for the citizens of Maryland to enjoy the midway.
All right, and this is a family event, right?
It is absolutely a family event. You know, from the youngest of the youngest to the oldest of the oldest. We just love to have folks come to the Maryland State Fair, as you said, the 11 best days of summer. But our theme this year is My Maryland State Fair, and we're trying to get across that the My Maryland State Fair is everybody's state fair. And everybody has an integral part and can play an integral role in the fair, whether visiting, exhibiting, or taking in the different components that we have at the fairgrounds.
Okay, we talked about the midway, the livestock. Entertainment is always, any guest artists for this year?
Entertainment's always huge. We're going after a different demographic this year, if you will, kind of the Disney age radio television group. Fifth Harmony and B. Miller is going to be center stage in the infield on Friday, September the 4th. Everything takes place in the infield. Then on Saturday, we're going to have Fifth Harmony and they will be doing their programming in the infield as well. And then Sunday we're going to have a Latino festival.
Wow.
So we're kind of shaking it up and mixing it up a little bit so everybody can have some ownership in My Maryland State Fair.
Wow, that's great. Now the Latino festival, so there'll be specific activities associated with that festival?
Primarily through music.
Through
Yep,
music,
yep,
okay.
Absolutely. And we recognize that that's a part of our community that we certainly want to reach, and then have some great family entertainment for everyone.
Wow, this sounds exciting. Now, admission to the fair, how much is it?
Admission is $8 for adults like us.
Okay.
Kids 6 and under, I believe, is $5.
Okay.
And all that information certainly can be found on the fair's website at MarylandStateFair.com.
MarylandStateFair.com. I'm glad you gave that out. Also, how many people are expected for the state fair?
Well, let's just say that's weather driven.
Okay.
And if it's great weather, we can have up to 460,000 people.
Okay.
If it's kind of a rainy week, which we all pray that everybody will do their rain dance, it's right around 360,000.
Yeah,
so.
and even with the rain, it's still...
It's a nice warm rain.
You know, I've gone out there and gotten caught in the rain, and it's part of the fun. When you
It
got everybody
absolutely is.
in the car, man, it doesn't spoil the day.
That's right.
Completely. And often the rain passes and things clear up.
Sun comes out and it's a great day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I asked you this off camera. I want to ask you again. How old is the Maryland State Fair?
We'll have our 134th fair this year.
134 years.
Actually, when you look back in the history books, the fair actually began to take root in 1878 in Lutherville. As kind of a picnic formulation kind of a thing, but it has ebbed and flowed over the years into what it is today.
134 years. Mm-hmm. And what is it today? The 11 best days of summer.
At My Maryland State Fair.
My Maryland State Fair. Okay,
That's right.
All right, again, I know persons watching. Let's give out the dates again. What are the dates?
August 28th through September the 7th. We will have a soft opening on Thursday evening, August 27th. So anyone who wants to come out and partake in the midway attractions that you just spoke about, that's a great time to be able to do that as well.
All right, good. And I always get confused on when it ends. It ends on Labor
Day evening.
Labor Day evening.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't made it by Labor Day, you got one last chance.
That's it. You got
Maryland State Fair. Can you give us the website one time?
MarylandStateFair.com.
MarylandStateFair.com. I think I'm coming this year.
Good.
I'm
We'd
back.
love to have you.
I'm back.
That's wonderful.
All right, okay. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
There are many people in transit behind the scenes at MTA who help keep buses, trains, and various services operating each day. On today's program, we introduce you to one of these dedicated individuals. This employee trains many of the frontline transit professionals you meet in your travels.
Meet Elmer Coppedge, MTA's Manager of Operations Training. He has a number of responsibilities, but probably his most important job is to mold bus operators and instructors into outstanding professionals.
I lead the instructors in a way where they can provide training to our new bus operator candidates as well as existing bus operator candidates. I'm responsible for post-accident training. I'm also responsible for recertification of all of our bus operators here at the MTA.
After serving the MTA for 25 years, Elmer often recalls when he first started as a bus operator.
It was a celebrity status, and I share this with a lot of the new folks that come in and let them know that, you know, I remember times going into stores and things of that nature, and people would remember you because you transported them from point A to point B. And not just from point A to point B, you did it with a smile.
Elmer has embraced his nostalgia, decorating his office with transit models over the course of his career.
I am a collector of MTA memorabilia as well as transit items. I believe in sharing the history with folks, getting people to understand how we got from here to where we are now.
Aside from collecting and spending time with his family, Elmer thrives on another kind of wheels.
Skating is a passion of mine as well. There's so much positive things going on. Aside from skating on the hardwood and being able to do the tricks, I love the camaraderie that we have within the skate world, the networking, and just being able to just be on the floor with a large amount of people at one given time, and how we all synchronize and we're all doing different things, but we're going around this circle and everybody is just in sync.
With the perfect work-life balance, Elmer is truly enjoying the ride.
It's been very rewarding. I enjoy everything that I do here at the MTA, and I just love being a transit professional.
Light Rail is renovating its train cars. We'll take a look at this project next.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills? Check. Driver's license? Check. And a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Light Rail is presently upgrading its rail fleet through a rehabilitation of all light rail cars. Light Rail Director Gary Hinton joins us with information on this upgrade. Gary, welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Okay, so we're upgrading the light rail vehicles, and tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, the light rail vehicles they have exceeded their recommended mid-life rehabilitation, so they were aging fleet, so we took the time out now. We felt it was necessary to rehab our cars.
Okay, and so it's a total of how many cars?
Total of 53 cars.
And all of them will be rehabbed?
Yes, they will be.
Okay, so let's calm all of our riders down. We're not going to do them all at one time.
No.
You know, so the system will keep operating. That's really important for everybody.
Yes, it will.
Okay, so how does the process work? Does it happen here locally, and exactly what will happen?
Well, right now we have 5 cars up in New York. It's Hornell, New York, at Alstrom Transportation Incorporated. They're actually doing the rehab of our cars.
Okay, and what does the rehab involve? And I understand it's interior and exterior?
Yes, it is. It's a 14-point system that will be overhauled. That includes the car body, trucks, propulsion, auxiliary power, car control, friction brakes, the couplers, the doors, the lighting, the HVAC system, ATP, high voltage, and communications.
Wow, so it sounds like we're getting new cars.
It'll be just as well as a new car, yes.
Just as well as a new car. So again, 5 cars are in New York. So what, are you doing them 5 at a time, or how does the process work?
It's sort of like an assembly line process, and once we get the first car done, the prototype car, we'll get a better feel for how long it takes to get the other cars done. The first car is due back in February of next year, 2016.
So when did the first car go up to New York?
Well, we got the notice to proceed in September 1, 2013.
Okay, then shortly after that, I imagine they took ownership of the first vehicle.
And started transporting the vehicles up to New York.
Okay, and again, you said earlier that first car will be back February of next year, and from that car is how you'll set the framework or the schedule for how long each car will take.
Exactly, and we already know that, or we're scheduled to have all cars completed in June of 2018.
Wow. Okay, so it's 53 cars being rehabbed. So when the cars come back, that car comes back next February, the customers will feel like they're sitting in a new light rail vehicle.
Oh, exactly. But just be mindful that when that first car comes back, we have to run it through a series of tests to get it accepted for our main line here.
Okay. This whole effort, I assume, is an overall effort to improve and enhance the ride for customers. How important is this project for the system?
Oh, that's very important. We'll improve the safety of the car, the reliability of the car, and the efficiency of the car.
Okay. And for the customers, I guess they'll have a better ride and it'll look better and, it'll be more efficient.
It'll be very similar to buying a brand new car yourself.
Okay, good. It's a lot bigger.
Yes.
And it carries a lot more people.
Yes,
Okay. All right, good. You're director of light rail now, 40 years with the MTA?
That's correct.
But you started where?
I started as a police officer here at the MTA.
All right, and that was, give me your rise to...
It's been a journey.
Rise to the throne here.
I started as a police officer, got promoted to a Metro supervisor, then got promoted to a light rail chief supervisor, then went back to Metro as a superintendent, and then I became deputy director and then director. So it's been an exciting journey.
And I think it's important for our viewers to know you direct the MTA's light rail system.
That's correct.
You're the top. I'm sitting with the head man in charge here.
Thank you.
Okay, so again, we're rehabbing the 53 light rail vehicles, better ride, more efficient ride.
Safer ride,
safer ride for our customers. If our customers have questions, I guess, about this whole rehab project, I imagine they can call the 539-5000 number.
They can, and then the customer service would redirect them or get the information from engineering or light rail to better answer the question.
So how much is the entire project cost?
The total project is budgeted at $175 million.
Okay, thanks, Gary. All right, well, we look forward to seeing those nicer light rail vehicles.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, that brings us to the end of another Commuter Connections program. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care.